Now I'm going to give you a real example. We have a condition. If it's raining, so if it's raining, rain equal true, he doesn't go to school. So let's say like that, he doesn't go to school. But if it's not raining, so rain equal false, the condition it's false, then he goes to school. Okay? So this is an example of conditions that we use in programming. So control structures let your program make decisions and repeat actions. So let's say I'm going to use a variable called age or named age. So what is a variable? As we have talked in the past lesson, variables are like you can think it of a label box where you can store something. So let's say I have a value and I want to store it in a place. I will store it in a box and I will label this box. So this is a variable. A variable is a label box. So my variable here is called age, and you can, in a variable, you can assign text, numbers, and many complex stuff. Now I'm going to assign for my variable age a number which is 20. So it's 20 years old. Now, I'm going to talk about control structure. There are two main types. We have the if statement and loops. Now, an if statement, as it said, is it's if. Now, if something is true, I'm going to do this command. If it's not true, I'm going to do another command. So what I'm saying here is that I need a condition. So an if statement lets your code decide what to do based on a condition. Now, if age is like greater than 50, so this is my condition. If my age is greater than 50, then I will say print. So print, I open parentheses and quotes, you are greater than 50 years old. Now, if you're not, if your age is not greater than 50, so what will happen? I will follow another command, or the computer will do another command, which is I will say else, and I will do double points, and then I will say print, you are younger than 50. Now, 50 years old. Now, I will say now run. Okay, one thing you have remarked is that we have the dots here, a black point. So this indicates that you have changed something in code. So you need to save it. So you just print Ctrl S and it's saved. Now I'm going to do a run and I will see what the output. It should be for sure. My age is 20, so it's greater than it's less than 50, so I should have a you are younger than 50 years old. Now if I change it and I put like 90 and I run the code, also here I cannot save it. So it's not important to save because I automatically when I click run, it automatically saves. But when you are using this in a not output here in the terminal, you are using in a Chrome tab, so you should save it. Now you are greater than 50. Okay. Now let's go back to our
It's time to
PowerPoint,
subscribe or not.
now I'm going to give you a real example. So we have control structure, we have talked about the if statement. Now let's see it in a real example. What if we have a kid that wants to go to school, but we have a condition. If it's raining, so if it's raining, rain equal true, he doesn't go to school. So let's say like that, he doesn't go to school. But if it's not raining, so rain equal false, the condition it's false, then he goes to school. Okay? So this is an example of conditions that we use in programming. Now we have something that is different from if else, which is else if. We call it elif. It's the combination between else and if. Now what is else if? Let me give you also an example. Now, what if we have more than one condition? Which means I have this person and I don't know the age of this person. So is he old? Is he young? I don't know his age. And I have many conditions depending on his age. So what do I mean by this? What if we are in a park and based on the age of this person, he can do the activity? We have biking, swimming, and roller coaster. If your age is between 5 and 20, you can do biking. Now, if your age is between 20 and let's say 30, okay, you can do swimming. And if you want to do roller coasting, you need to be older than 30 years old. So your age should be older than 30 years old. Now here we have many conditions, more than one. So if your age is between 5 and 20, you can do biking. If your age is between 20 and 30, you can do swimming. And if your age is between 30 and above, you can do roller coaster. Here you have many conditions and many results. It's not about school anymore. It's not about if it's raining, you go to school. If it's not raining, you don't go to. If it's raining,
It's
you
time
don't
to
go to school.
subscribe
And
or
if
not.
it's not raining, you go to school. We don't have only one result and we don't have only one condition as before. Here we have many conditions. So we use something called elif. Now let's see it in VS Code. If I want to do this in a coding, so I will say if, I'll start with if, your age, first of all, I should say the age, which is, let's say, 20, and then I will put the condition, which is if your age is between, now, in coding, you write 5, then greater and equal. Always the equal is on the right. This means, or let's say not true and false, let's say biking, swimming is your option or activity option anyway, and elif your age is